That's a sign. Money could be coming your way with Scratch and Win from Caribbean Lottery. It's the easiest way to win instantly. No waiting, no fuss. With tickets starting from just $2 up to $20. Win over $35 million in prizes. The higher the price, the bigger the prize. So scratch today for your chance to win up to $200,000. Available at Caribbean Lottery agents island-wide. Must be 21 years and older to play.
Republic Bank's Power to Make a Difference annual call for submissions is now open for 2025. Last year, innovative and inspired NGOs, changemakers, activists, and community leaders from the Eastern Caribbean and St. Martin answered the call to be the one to make the change and received financial support to help them enable sustainable futures for youth, entrepreneurs, communities, the environment, the disabled, and the vulnerable. Now it's your turn. For more information, visit republicbanbec.com. Application deadline is May 27th. Republic Bank gives you the power to make a difference.
Okay, welcome back to our program here on ZLIZ Radio. It's called On the Road. And as I indicated before the break, in the studio with me, I have Sergeant Henry, I have Officer Nisbet, and I also have Officer Bell. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to the listening audience.
Welcome to the studio. Sergeant Henry, I'll let you do your opening remarks, and then we'll get into our discussions.
This morning we are here to continue our topic from week 4. That's 2 weeks ago, where we were talking about waiving fee on vehicles. Because we had so many calls week 4, we didn't get to finish the topic, so this morning we'll continue. As you said, I have Constable Nisbet and I have Constable Bell with me. These are 2 senior officers in the traffic department. So I'll let Constable Nisbet continue where we left off.
Okay. The last time we was here, we left off where we spoke about the waivers, where when your vehicle off the road for too long and you come to license, you have to pay for the time that it was down, right? So now we're gonna speak about transfer of ownership, right? When you sold the vehicle to a new owner, because in our system gonna show that the vehicle was off the road for that long.
Someone like you.
Because the vehicle in our system gonna register that it was off the road for that long, the new owner now will resume that responsibility of paying for that time.
Okay.
Right? So you can't. So if you're planning on selling your vehicle, right, you have to put into consideration the fee that the new owner have to pay. So if you want to sell your vehicle for $20,000, right, but your vehicle was down for 5 years, the new owner have to pay you that $20,000, and then when they go to Inland Revenue to register the vehicle, they have to pay that 5 years fee extra, right? So when you do that and don't register your vehicle, you put the person who buying the vehicle in more expense. So that is what we're trying to eliminate.
Okay.
Right? So what might happen is that you might have to reduce your fee
Someone like you
or something like that.
To incorporate.
I don't deserve to. Dad, we are all your daughters. Why are they worthy and I am not?
Enough! Go back to the kitchen right now.
You want to know why me and Coco are guests at this building?
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick you got it organized? Okay, good. All right, that's been sorted out. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead now.
Just to clear up what Constable Nisbet is saying for persons who might be trying to what. If I am selling a vehicle to you, GQ, and the vehicle was down, I did not report it to the traffic department or anything for the waiver. When the new owner transfer ownership of that vehicle, when they go to Inland Revenue, that fee will still remain for that vehicle. based on the chassis number.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not because the vehicle license number changed or anything like that. The fee will stay there, and what we are encouraging persons to do before they buy the vehicle, they inquire whether or not the vehicle was roadworthy within the time that the person had it, and if it was not, how long it was done, and if they did report it to the traffic department. Okay, if after all those questions are answered and then the new owner still wants to purchase that vehicle, whether it was down still, that responsibility will now be on them. So what we are trying to do before a person just come and buy a vehicle, we try to encourage them to inquire about these waiver fees. Okay, so because we have persons that are coming to traffic and they are making an argument thinking that it's our fault after we register the vehicle to them. We even explain it to them there at the traffic department, but some, they are so hurried to get the new vehicle and go and do whatever. It's only after when they reach the inland revenue and they get these fees, they were like, well, I thought it's just $3 something to license my vehicle. How come it's $1,000? You know? And they would tell them, well, you have to go to traffic department to get the waiver. But they think it's just come up and get the waiver. The previous owner would have had to report to us, hey, the vehicle is not working right now, it will be down, and I would like to record it until I could get it working again.
So let's use a scenario real quick. I just want to make sure I understand what you're explaining, not only to me but to our listeners, right? You are saying, John has a vehicle. It was down for 3 years.
Yes.
He didn't register it for the past 3 years.
No.
Paul now is buying the vehicle.
Yes.
Under the premise that, the price that he's getting is the price for the vehicle.
Yes.
Unaware of the unpaid register payments over the past 3 years.
Yes.
Now going to register his vehicle under the same number, and he's incurring the costs from the 3 years prior.
Even if it's a different number.
Even if a different number.
Yes.
Oh, so it's the chassis number.
Yes.
So once the chassis number is registered.
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't matter the registration number.
It doesn't matter the registration number.
Right.
It's the chassis number.
Okay.
Remember the chassis goes with the vehicle. The license plate can change, but the chassis can't change.
Okay, I got you now.
Yes.
I got you. All right, so the vehicle in question is what you're focusing on.
Because the registration form would have on that chassis number, the engine number, and all that, even if it's a different registration number.
Got you. All right. I think I understand what you're saying. And for our audience, if you don't understand, you're seeking clarification, the numbers to call, 465-1977, 465-1903, and 662-8674. Back over to you.
Okay.
This notification must be in writing, or you can call the traffic department to notify us, or we also have a form where you can fill it out, and we have that on record. So you can come in, you can report it to us, we put it in the book, you sign the book, or you can fill out the form, or you can write a letter to us and letting us know that the vehicle is down. So at least we have record that this vehicle is down.
Got you.
Also for
Before, remember your point. Let's take a call. Good morning. You're live.
Mr. Liebert, good morning to you and the officers in the studio.
Good morning, sir.
Sergeant Henry,
Yes,
3
sir.
weeks ago I heard you made a statement about something. Sounds very much understood. But I have a question for that statement you make. I heard, in response of that statement, another officer who was in the company of you understood at the time. So the reason why, what I'm going to speak about, people are angry because all you're doing all your job. Don't have to worry about that. And you said one of the purpose all you're on the streets and the roads because are you making sure about license plate and insurance, etc. However, is it true that all vehicle headlights are supposed to be white? Is it true?
Yes, they're supposed to be uncolored.
That's true. That's true. And if I have a vehicle with a motor, it must be licensed. Is it true?
According to what motor? Remember, they have the motorized cycle, pedal bike.
Uh-huh.
That is not one where we license.
Okay, great. Let me now make a statement about things that I have observed. There is a Jeep owned by someone who lives in the Frigate area. Headlights are green. It looks like vegetation coming to me. It looks like algae coming to me. Look at green paint coming to me. I know I heard you said you're already on the streets. Is it temporarily, occasionally, or whenever the need presents itself to be on the road? I am saying something that I believe you have said to at least counteract that. I do not know. But I have a question. Have you all ever given these container truck tickets for speeding? Have you all ever done that?
As long as they are caught, sir, they get ticket.
I can tell you, these things that drive way beyond the speed limit. Most of us too. I'm not here singling out any one individual or hiding anything from me. I the speed I do, and I will be comfortable to say that because I'm confident saying it. However, the truth is, every time you rev an engine, accelerator, the pistons move faster, the engine runs, the vehicle moves faster. It's obvious. And these container trucks, they never drive it in the speed limit. Never. I am just saying something again to you. A lot of license plates on vehicles, they're supposed to have digits and letters. Some letters supposed to be 0. They don't have a oval circumference, which is the O, supposed to be 0. And some vehicle license plate digits like A numbers, supposed to be 5, but on the top parallel line, it have a vertical line coming down, small piece. That obviously represents a S. I think you all need to be serious and pay attention and be at least significant about these things. Look at them, because a lot of the things that I'm saying are obviously true. They're on the road. However, I want to thank you all for listening and have a good day. Goodbye.
Thank you, Carla.
Go ahead, sorry.
When we are out, we check for everything, sir. We check for lights, we check for number plate, we check for tint, we check for speeding. As long as they are illegal, they are ticketed.
Before I let you continue, Officer Bell, someone asked a question. They're wondering, even if you buy parts for a raw student, but you fix it up after, do you still have to pay the additional fees at Inland Revenue?
If you buy parts, what kind of parts? Because as long as you buy the chassis, it must be registered to you.
Yes.
So even if you just buy the chassis, the housing, or whatever it says for the vehicle, that person have to come and transfer it to you. Because remember, that chassis number going to be in, say, Constable Bell name.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just come and want to register it, it's going to be in somebody else's name. So the transfer must be done. But this part now, you don't have to pay for insurance and inspection.
Got you.
But you must pay for the transfer of registration.
662-8674, 465-1977, and 465-1903.
Yes, the sergeant was explaining the different ways to inform the traffic department about these vehicles. Also, persons who may have been overseas, they can send a notarized letter, either physically or by email, to the traffic department.
Gotcha.
Okay, so persons who probably are overseas and cannot come into the office to report that, hey, my vehicle is down and what's not, they can send via a letter. The notarized letter, it must be notarized. It cannot just be something you write up on a paper and send to us. It must be notarized.
Let's take this call. Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, good morning. Miss Henry, good morning. This one is for you. Just a quick comment and a suggestion. I find over the years, I have seen vehicles have on up to about 9 stickers in the windscreen, 9. And I am saying you all need to clamp down on it. Why a driver have to have 9 or more stickers on their vehicle? It should be the present stickers, the valid stickers should be on that vehicle. Because I have heard the officer commented to me, sometimes they have difficulty trying to find out which one, even though they're going by a code, a color. I think y'all, is anything you can do to have each vehicle have on just the appropriate sticker at the time, instead of having 7, 8, 9, 6, 4 stickers on the vehicle? So I would like to suggest you, if you all can do something about it. I don't know if you agree with me on that, but I don't think it should happen. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, there's nothing in law that states that the person must have on one sticker. We can look into that, but for now we know the different colors, because for this year is red. Last year was green. So if you see a vehicle said number 1 at the end, and you see a green sticker and you don't see the red one, you know that vehicle is not licensed. It's different colors every year.
All right, we don't have any calls at the moment, so I'll let you continue with the presentation. And once again, the numbers to call are 465-1977, 465-1903, and that's 662-8674. That's 662-8674. Over to you.
Okay, the enforcement of this will be monitored by the traffic department. Right? When we want to give a waiver at the traffic department, we consult with Inland Revenue before we issue you the waiver. So we just can't just get up and give you a waiver because me and you is friends. Right? You can't just come and report it today and expect to get the waiver. We have to consult with Inland Revenue before we issue you the waiver.
And we cannot backdate the time that you came and reported to us that the vehicle is off. So you cannot come today and tell us, hey, my vehicle is off the road 3 years now, you know. So that's why we encourage persons, don't wait until you're ready to relicense your vehicle to come and inquire about the waivers. We hear in the ear, a lot of people like to say, hey, we don't listen to the radio, we don't do this. But if you need information, you have to listen. If you're seeking information, you need to listen. So, and we go on all the platforms and we try to reach out to persons. I do even post on my status. So, people, please take the opportunity. We like to say things hard. So we find ways to work with people, but they don't try to take the opportunities.
Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling to sort of give us a little advice, if I may. When you're traveling from the roundabout at Baker's Corner and you're going up Wellington Road, there's a left turn to take you onto Lozak Road.
Yes.
Lozak Road is supposed to be a one-way going from east to west. But persons coming down from Park Range can turn left back onto Lozak Road and come east. About a month or two ago, I was passing that area and I saw an accident right in that corner. And I wondered to myself if the police officers who were there, if they were going to advise their supervisors to make it a one-way all the way from the corner of Wellington Road right over to Victoria Road. Because the persons coming up from the lower part of Wellington Road and turning left cannot see properly around that corner. And similarly, the person coming from Park Range, East Park Range, and turning left onto Lozak Road cannot see. And so there's always a chance of a collision right there. I would like to suggest to the police that they make it a one-way street from the corner of Lozak Road right to the end that puts you onto Victoria Road to avoid that, because I can see that happening again. I don't know what you think of it, but that is my recommendation.
Thank you, caller, for your suggestion.
All right, let's take this next call. Good morning, you're live.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I wanted to find out something here. When the police stop you and they ask you for your driver license, you can't produce it. is there not a time frame that I have to bring it in?
No, sir. The regulation states it must be presented immediately. So as long as the police stop you, you must present that driver's license immediately.
That's something that they changed lately?
No, sir. If you go into the regulation and read Regulation 37.1, you'll see it there. It's not something that was just changed.
I'm sure that's more than 5 years.
All right.
That's more than 5 years now.
All right. Thanks for your call. 465-1977, 465-1903, and 662-8674. We have just about 8 more minutes left inside of the program. Let's take this call. You're live and lively.
Hi, good morning to everybody there. GQ?
Good morning.
Yes, Sergeant Henry.
Good morning.
Yes, darling. My call out to you all is please remark the roads on both sides and the center marking. And this would avoid those all road users that is to avoid accidents. They would be able to stay on their sides of the road. Okay, that's all. That's my input this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, caller, for that.
Thank you.
All right, we don't have any calls at the moment. So what I will do, I'll let you guys start your wrap up now, and if we get any calls, I'll interrupt you.
Okay, before we wrap up, Constable was indicating about the different programs that we go on. We do with statuses and stuff. The traffic department have a team that we went to the schools to talk up to them about the registration and the licensing and all of those kind of stuff that we do at the traffic department. Right? We try to encourage people, so we don't just put it on the status and come on the radio. We go to them, right? And we are encouraging people, if you have a workplace that you want us to come and talk to the workers for you about the driving and stuff, you can contact us or send us a letter requesting, and the team will come and speak to you.
Yes.
So even if you don't understand what we are saying now about the registration, or you have questions, we come to you, we speak to the workers and the school children about it. We went to the college twice already for the year, and they had a lot of questions about these things that we talk about. A lot. So we're trying to push another way of getting out there to you. So you can always contact us to come to you, and we speak to the whole entire work. And so any question you have, takes any suggestion that you have.
Okay. Yes. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes. So this is for mostly businesses that have a lot of drivers that they permit to use their vehicles. You know, we speak on road safety and what is expected of the different drivers and what class of license are required for the specific vehicles that the company may have had. So any questions about road safety or anything to ensure that their workers stay in conform with the regulations and the laws, we go and we speak to them. Okay?
All right. Okay, we can start our wrap up now. Just about 5 minutes.
For persons who are doing transfer of vehicle, for the new buyer, we always tell them when you finish, you have 7 days in which to get it into your name. When you complete the application at traffic, you go to the insurance and then at the inspection site. Some persons buying a vehicle and they think at the end of it is at traffic. No. The end result is at inland revenue. So even if you put it in the system, it's not going to show in your name until you pay for that registration. So persons who are buying vehicles from people or other persons, please to go to inland revenue for the final destination. Sometimes they wait until, sometimes they do it. So last year they come back this year, I want to transfer to Bella. But when we look in the system, it's still in my name. Because Bell didn't go anywhere. Or whoever bought it didn't go anywhere to put it in their name. So we have to do a whole new registration again for it to be for that to be done.
Yes. And that's a lot of stress on the officers at the office, because they already have persons who are coming with present business, and now they have to go back over stuff that they already did. And before the persons leave the office, we emphasize you have 7 days to go to the Inland Revenue to finalize the registration. It does not finalize at the traffic department. Okay? And my closing statement, last week we were speaking about the airbags with TDC. I want to encourage persons who may have been involved in accidents in their vehicles and their airbags deployed, and they decide to fix their vehicles, please to replace the airbags. We have a lot of people fixing vehicles that were crashed and selling them over, and then when that new owner does get in an accident, there are no airbags to be deployed. And where they could have cushioned certain injuries, now they have serious injuries. So I want to encourage persons to take your airbags seriously, please.
Okay, I would like to encourage people when they come to the traffic department and you see inside the building is full, wait on the outside. Stop trying to cramp inside the building and try to fight the young ladies when you do not get the assistance as fast as you wish. They're already dealing with people. Wait your turn. We go to the bank every day, wait for hours, and we don't complain. But we come to the traffic department, and because it's government, we want to bang off the girls them in there, right? The girls them have the job to do, and they need to take the time and do the job, because if they make a mistake, it's problems when you go down to Inland Revenue. They have to send you back up to us to fix that, right? And that is gas you're burning or you're walking. That is time taking up when they could have just done the thing properly. Stop rushing the workers. Let them take the time. You see inside full, you wait on the outside. As someone come out, you come inside. Not you come and you see in there full and you try forcing yourself and say, me next, when other people was already in there waiting, right? I just want to say good morning to my daughter, right? I have to tell her good morning. I came radio station so many times and she said I never tell her good morning. So I just want to tell her good morning. That's it for me.
And thank you all for being here this morning. We will be back next week, same time, same place, to do it all over again, right here on ZIZ Radio. Stay tuned. On 9 o'clock report is up next. Compliments to Grange.
To help you to live, just take this advice I give. I want in all drivers to take care of your passengers. Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. How much more tragedy we have to endure.